Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about one of those American icons, a Corvette. And now this is a 1954, only the second year that they were made, a C1. Give you all the details in but a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest acquisition, a 1954 Corvette. I'll tell you what, you're going to want to watch this video from start to finish because we're going to do a walk around, a cold start, give you all the details of this really remarkable, only second year that Corvettes came out, in 1954. Now you can click in the link in the description and it'll take you also right to our website and this vehicle where you'll get all the information on pricing and the rest of the information on all of our current inventory, which is well over 100 vehicles right now, ranging from cars from the 1920s all the way up into the 1980s and beyond. So if you're looking for your first or your 100th classic or collectible vehicle, odds are Ellingson Motorcars may have it sitting right on the sales floor just waiting for you to have it in your garage so you can wax and polish it at your discretion. Absolutely. Now our website is www.ellingsonmotorcars.com and that'll give you access to all that stuff. 1954, second year for Corvettes. They were hoping to produce over 10,000 cars in the year, in their first big year in their new St. Louis plant, but unfortunately didn't quite go over as well as they had anticipated, with only a little over 3,600 of these being made. Now, it's basically the same car as a 1953, but 54, they had a few minor changes here and there, but mostly almost the exact same car. They did have a few other color options on a few examples that are out there, but not very many. They all came with the standard 235 inline 6, the blue flame 6, if you will, with about 150 horsepower, give or take. And it did have the three one-barrel carburetors on it. I mean, take a look at this engine compartment in the videos because nicely detailed, has all the shielding, the right air cleaners, all the stuff that really is important if you're going to own one of these particular cars. Polo White, which is again one of the most popular colors that they came out with for the second year. And the other thing that we always have to remember in the second year, the only transmission, they called it an option, is the Powerglide transmission, but that was the only option you could have. No manual transmissions were available in 53 or 54, so always keep that in mind. It makes it for an easy car to drive. I mean, you can basically get in this car, start it, put it in gear and drive it. No big challenges that way, but it's just always one of those things to take into mind when you're buying one of these cool classic and collectible vehicles. And what's cooler than a second year Corvette? Beautiful wide whitewall tires, of course, which was very perfectly correct for 1954. Full hubcaps as well. Look at the interior on the car. Beautiful interior in this car. You know, it's kind of the separated bucket seats, red vinyl interior with the red carpet. Lots of instruments. I mean, that's kind of neat. They've got really an interesting dash, even a working tachometer and a revolution per minute signal thing right there on the bottom of the tachometer, as long as it also has an AM radio to boot. What is one of those things, the speedometer goes up to 140 miles an hour. 1954, not too many roads were out there that you were going to be going 154 or 150, 140 miles an hour, but you know what? They put it in there anyway just because it looks really good. It makes the dash look really nice. Little padded front of the dash piece, very neat. Manual top on these cars, but they're really easy to put up. I mean, it's something simple. You open up this back cover, pull it up. One person can do it quite easily. Not a big challenging thing to do, to say the least. Now, a car in 54 actually still has a trunk, which if you really had a couple of sets of golf clubs or whatever, it's really going to be something good because you can get those in the trunk area where the spare tire is. Dual exhaust, of course, coming out the back under the little chrome tips that come out the back. like I said, you'll want to look at all the details on this car. That's why you watch the video and you look at all the pictures as well. Now you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and even TikTok. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much, and you'll get all the information on this car, our current inventory, which is well over 100, plus you'll have access to some of the cars we've sold over the last few years as well. Take a look at those websites. If you love old cars and you like interesting cars to look at, we've had some real nice ones over the years as well. But you'll want to go to our website if you want to make sure to catch the most recent additions, latest inventory, and current stock that we have at ellingsonmotorcars.com. That's where that's going to be. Now, if you're like me, you say, boy, I really like your videos, Scott. They're really fun. I love to get all the information. You got all the stuff, but I got to come down and look at it in person. Well, we're more than happy to have you come on down to Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. It's one of those cars that you probably want to make sure that you fit in it well enough and whatnot. It's just one of those things you'll want to do. If you want to come down, love to see you in person. No, it's the second year for the fiberglass bodied car. I mean, it did take off a little bit more coming down the road once they started putting V8s in them. But see, to me, this is really the first stuff right here. When you had the original Inline, the 6-cylinder with the special carburation, whatnot. This was a very, very unique car. Love the grills over the front headlights. I think that's just really neat. Well, if you're looking to have your first Corvette, or maybe your 100th, or you want your first collector car, odds are it's probably right here at Ellingson's. Give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we'll do our best to answer any questions you may have about our cars. We are a licensed bonded dealer in the state of Minnesota, so that's always an important thing. We can also assist you finding, if you're looking for financing, or you say, I got a ship, I live in California, how do I get that car to me? We can certainly be an assistance with that as well, kind of a one-stop shop. We can help you get into touch with the right people to get any of that stuff done. Well, that's kind of my story on a 1954 Chevrolet Corvette. I think they're really a neat looking car. Needless to say, if it needs to be in your collection, a wonderful thing. It's sitting right here on the sales floor, and it can be yours if you just give us a call. Remember our website, ellingsonmotorcars.com. See you next time. Take care.